Today we're here to show you how our people have made an impact in Renaissance.
Leonardo da Vinci,
Paulo Ucelio,
Raphael, let's get started.
what were their most famous paintings?
Well, Paulo Ucelio had many paintings, but the Battle of San Romano, Night Hunt, and the Deluge were his most famous ones.
Raphael also had many great paintings. The most famous one was the Sistine Madonna.
Everyone knows that Leonardo da Vinci's most famous paintings are The Last Supper and the Mona Lisa.
Quick question, who influenced them to learn how to paint?
Raphael's father Giovanni Santi taught Raphael how to paint before he passed away.
Leonardo da Vinci was trained to paint by the sculptor and painter Verrocchio.
Paulo Ucelio was admitted into the Guide of the Florentine Artists.
Your current game, about 5 minutes.
I want to know how humanism influenced their work.
Leonardo da Vinci's paintings also became three-dimensional and his paintings became more colorful.
But Paulo Ucelio's paintings had become more colorful and he depicted more than just religious themes, and his figures became nude or partially clothed.
Raphael's hollow had become much smaller, his figure became more lifelike, and paintings were three-dimensional.
Was it a hobby or a full-time job? Leonardo's painting was a hobby and a full-time job. He loved it so much that it became his full-time job.
Paulo Ucelio's art was a full-time job. Even though he could paint well, he didn't really like it that much.
But Raphael's painting was a hobby. He got money from it, but still he thought it was as a hobby, not as a job.
What were their technique and materials? That's English.
Well, Paulo Ucelio's technique was that many of his paintings included improbable tangles of horses, riders, lances, and pennants, helmets, and a bit of landscape.
Raphael's technique was that he used God, angel, and people in his art.
Leonardo da Vinci's techniques were to transcend the real. That meant to provide humans something beyond the materialistic. It also motivated.
Where did they go to school?
Well, Raphael was taught by his father and he never attended a public school.
Leonardo da Vinci never attended a public school, but at the age of 15, he joined the studio of Andrea del Verrocchio in Florence, Italy.
At the age of 14, he was admitted into the Guide of the Florentine Artists.
Why did they choose to paint?
Leonardo da Vinci chose to paint because it was always a dream of his to become a famous artist.
But Paulo Ucelio loved using human and animal movement in his art.
Raphael chose to paint because when he was a teenager, he would paint and other people loved it.
Did they work with if they worked with someone? Well, Leonardo da Vinci spent most of his time working with/for an Italian nobleman.
Paul Ucelio worked with another painter named Pier de Medici. Ucelio also worked for the sculptor Lorenzo Ghiberti.
Raphael and Michelangelo were friends, so they painted a picture together.
This is our people, Leonardo da Vinci.
Paul Ucelio.
Raphael Sanzo influenced the Renaissance.